My name is Christopher Bateson, and this is my app. It's called On the Dot. It's an employee scheduling system that I created because, well, I've worked a lot of different jobs over the years, and a number of issues occurred in regards to getting my own schedule. I had one position where they just posted it on a wall on paper. You had to actually go to their location and write it down. I've had jobs where I had to call to get it. I've also had a job where they'd send you an Excel document with everyone's schedule. So if you happen to look at the wrong row, you're not going to come in at the right time. So my app is actually built out into 3 different sections to make things easy and simple to use for both the employee and the employer. So when you log in, you're taken to your profile page that has your current schedule, as you can see here. It also has your current information and also gives you the ability to set and change your availability, as well as upload a new profile picture. Now you can do the profile picture because of a gem called Paperclip. It's actually communicating with Amazon Web Services to grab a photo from the S3 bucket. And so it knows exactly which picture to grab. There's also, in the employee area, the index. This will show you every employee that currently works for your company. Now, this is only true if you are signed in as an admin. If you're signed in as a general employee, you're actually only going to see the people that are in your current position. This is so there isn't extra information being thrown at the person, as well as, well, you're not being contacted by people that don't need to contact you. So yeah, that's all the employee information. Second portion of this site is the shift scheduling area. This is built out in Vue. It's a JavaScript framework, so I can actually go through and see every shift that has been ever worked by this company. And I can actually go into any of them and check to see who worked and the information about that shift specifically. But I can also go through and click any of the days, and this little popover comes up. I can set the time that I want the shift to occur, and I can quickly create a shift for that time. Now, when I'm here, I can select the actual position I want to be at that shift, and it's quickly querying the database and checking to see how many servers are available during this time. So right now I know there are 7, but I don't need 7. I'm actually going to select 4. So I go ahead, and now I'm going to select, Jenna needs a shift, Matt needs a shift, of course Big Bird, and Dave Chappelle. All really great employees that I'm excited to have work again. So that's everything that you need to do to create a shift. In fact, if I refresh it, you can see that it's still reflected because it's been speaking with the database, and actually it's been speaking with an API. So now the third section of my app is built out in D3. It's a language for data visualization. It's actually a library for JavaScript. So I built out 3 different graphs for this demonstration. The first is a bar graph showing the shifts per month. As time goes on, this graph will show more and more months, which gives you kind of a trend line of how your business is doing. Are you working more shifts? Are there less? That sort of thing. Secondly is the distribution of employees. This is essentially giving you a breakdown of each position and how they compare to the total company amount. But, sometimes you don't need to compare everyone. What if you only want to look at the front of house workers? So I can quickly go through, and just to note, hosts are currently 15.2%. But if I go in and I say, all right, well, I don't need the food runners, I don't need the chefs, I don't need this unemployed guy. Why would I ever need him? So I can actually go through, and now and this percentage is changed to reflect the current comparison on the graph. So now host is 23.8%. And the last graph is the employee monthly shift average. Basically, if you work more per month, your bubble gets bigger. And it's easy to use this information for a number of things. You can tell who's working less. You can also quickly tell what position may need more employees. You can quickly see that chefs are working quite a bit, all except Cassandra. But they're also throwing off the rest of the data. They're very large, and it's hard to tell if the servers are all working around the same amount, or maybe they're just not working enough. So I can actually go in and I can get rid of them. So let's get rid of the chefs, the bartenders, the food runners, and the hosts. So as you can see, I can now more easily compare the one position and see how everyone is working. So I can tell Jenna is actually working quite a bit, and Aria, she's working a significantly less shifts than the rest of the staff. So if I wanted to, I could easily click on this and go to her profile, maybe give her a call and tell her she needs to work a bit more. So in the end, that is the current features of On the Dot. If I had another week or two, I would add in some functionality on the employee side, shift swapping, shift dropping, a communication system, as well as potentially creating or building out an iOS app for this. So this entire process has been just an absolute pleasure. When I started Actualize 13 weeks ago, I knew nothing. I did not know any of this. And in that period, I've learned that I not only really enjoy this, I love to do this. So I'm excited to take this passion and this drive into the next chapter of my development as an employee somewhere. I'm hoping to look for a company that's mid-size or large that offers paired programming, agile development, and just a mentorship program that will help me grow as a developer and actually be encouraged to grow. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to message me on LinkedIn. Other than that, I want to thank you for your time and have a great day.